Barak Yahweh, Barak Yahweh Shai, Barak Yahweh, Barak Yahweh Shai, Barak Yahweh, Barak Yahweh Shai. Okay, double honors to the apostles, a great millstone. Honestly, brothers, to be pushing this truth in sincerity. And all praise unto Yahweh Shemel Shai. So I wanted to do this quick video here. And this is part of an ongoing agenda to to have internet censorship as a result of this truth being pushed forth. When you read the scriptures like Wisdom of Solomon, the fifth chapter, how this word was going to become like an unto a family. It was going to be a family of the word. Then you understand at some point this is going to play out in the world. Okay, these prophecies have to come to pass, and also too, you got it to where this word is in direct opposition to this thing of the so-called New World Order they've been trying to set up. Then they was going to do some things, and one of the main things that they've been trying to do is to have it to where you got some sort of licensing or some sort of censorship that you have out there on the web. Okay, because right now it's unrestricted. Okay, you can pretty much do whatever you want on the internet and get away with it. Okay, so without much further ado, I'm gonna get into this video and I'm gonna just speak on the stuff that's mentioned. So it says internet shouldn't be accessible to just anyone. Okay, and this is coming from a Russian Nobel Prize winner. It says Russian Communist Party MP and Nobel Prize winner Roz Alferov has argued restriction on the internet access, saying unlimited access to information can harm people's morals and mental health. Okay, and ultimately, the thing of ISIS, okay, and these different cults, if you will, okay, are all going to be banded into one, including the movement of the truth, which is heavily pushed on the web. Okay, I mean, as far as YouTube is concerned, we're the biggest single group on YouTube. Okay, we're the biggest single group on YouTube because there's no conglomerate of companies or a group of people that are as diligent at uploading videos as Great Millstone. Remember, if the order by the Apostle Elder Tahar, which is a beautiful order because it encourages you to stay on point, is to put out 3 videos a week, and we assume that there's only 100 diligent brothers, okay, and that are following this edict. It's just that's a mild assumption. Then that's over 300 videos every week. Okay, you multiply that by 57 times within 57 weeks within a year. Okay, and that's minus camp videos. That's a lot of work, man. Okay, that's a lot of word that's being pushed out there, which is a damn beautiful thing. But in so doing, that was going to put ESO into difficulties. Okay, it was going to put ESO into a position where if a false flag, really this thing goes as deep as false flags and different agendas that these elites are trying to push forth. Because every time a brother sees a false flag popping up, what do? We do videos on these things, man. Okay, when they had it to where certain terror attacks had happened, what did brothers do, man? Brothers went hard on breaking down. Okay, this is how it happened, and this person did that, and another brother will show you a completely different perspective on it from another side of the world, and that's put Esau in a position where it's difficult to just do these things. Okay, even on a high level geopolitical stance, you got the elders doing videos on those things, man, breaking down what this country gets from what country, and then tracing it all the way back, and and you find out a lot of how Esau is maneuvering, okay, and how he basically would, if they want to go into a country, they'll say there's chemical weapons in there. Now they're saying France is now saying chemical weapons out there, and if they find chemical weapons out there in Syria, they're gonna strike. Well, these things have been being brought out by the men at Great Millstone, and as a result of being brought out by the men at Great Millstone, it puts the agenda of the elites at difficulties. Okay, and as they watch the different signs within the skies, okay, and the different astrological abnormalities, if you will, that are in the within the sky, and they see these things come to pass, then they know that their end is even closer, and they're going to try to slow down, okay, this word going out. Because ultimately, when this word goes out, that means the elect was going to be sealed, and that in turn means that the end of Esau was going to be closer. So the ultimate end is to slow down the internet. But see, this word is out there now. Okay, this word is out there. When you're talking about in the times of Yahushua, and the different prophets that was when they was on the scene, they didn't have the internet. Okay, so now you got it to where this word is out there. Once the internet censorship comes out, well, guess what the Most High is going to do? He's going to impart the men of the Lord with what? Miracles and fame that transcends your internet. Okay, but before that, you're gonna have ultimately through the removal of the internet, you're gonna have what's known as a famine of the word. So this is the first stage of it, and ultimately it's gonna lead to what? It's gonna lead to naming and shaming in public places where they're gonna deem certain brothers as terrorists and brand you as what's known as not a terror, not only a terrorist, but a radical. Okay, so it says, saying unlimited access to information can harm people's morals and mental health. The internet must have limitations and must not be available to everyone. Avlorov stated in a recent interview in Rosis. I'm not going to try to pronounce that with Gazeta Daily. Okay. It says, and he went to explain that in his opinion, the total lack of control and restrictions on the end of the net can affect people's behavior and damage publicly accepted guidelines. Okay, now this thing is all about double speech. Okay, now you got Russians out there that are down for this new world order out there too. So don't get it twisted just because it says Russian, you think it's they're against. No, man, it's all part of the same team, okay? And they're just making it look like it's divided. They're all working towards a foreseeable goal, okay? They have a task in mind, and they know how they want to achieve it, okay? Which is that new world order. And here they're saying that the lack of control, okay, and lack of restrictions can affect people's behavior. Meaning you're going to go out there and you're just going to push this word and damage publicly accepted moral guidelines. But what are those publicly accepted moral guidelines? That's what they teach you within the public school system as the standard of behavior. Okay, so for instance, if you see a transgender, you're supposed to just accept that as a normal way of being. But when you go into the scriptures, you find out those things are abominable. Okay, sodomy, you find out that's an abomination in the eyes of Yahweh Hashem Shai. But according to internet neutrality, that's going to be things that you've learned from the internet, and that's going to lead you to come up against accepted moral guidelines. Okay, so I mean, you have to take a stance back and really ask yourself, if he's got if we're here reading this article, okay, where are these people that have been damaged, okay, by the things that they've seen on the internet? What group of people is it talking about? Okay, now it falls into two categories, because you got it to where they got the public, you got it to where you got certain cats that have been out there and they've been dragged into this ISIS thing, okay, which was fabricated by the United States. Okay, and you also got the other side of it, which is the truth being brought out, and the truth was going to be against accepted moral guidelines, which is what they said. Okay, it says, but by making fools of our population today, we have a lot of problems. He said. It says in the same interview, Avlarov said he personally did not accept any conflicts between humanity and artificial intelligence in the future, but stated it was wrong to fully trust a machine. So not only was he pushing the thing of internet neutrality, he was also pushing the thing of what? He was also pushing the thing of that AI, man. Okay, of which you had a whole bunch of brothers do videos on that AI thing and how they're basically using robots to replace certain basically to replace life, to replace sex. Okay. And this is all part and parcel because this man is as deaf. Okay, to separate a man and a woman, okay, from doing what they do naturally, that's as deaf. Okay, and also too to set unmoral guidelines and standard and say this is the way to live, and then to turn around and say, you know, we're gonna stop this truth from going out. Okay, that's what this man is all about. He's about death. Okay, so the next thing that they got out there now, okay, is gonna be that that internet neutrality, well, internet censorship for lack of a better statement. Okay, so that must say, oh, praise unto Yahweh Shemi outside. Double honesty, our apostles, a great millstone. All you brothers will be pushing this truth in sincerity. Shalom.